Good morning. All right, we're almost through the work week. We're on Thursday, so hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Just some quick wrap-ups, updates on the news. GOP healthcare fight continues. Even though the Republicans have pulled their bill from consideration on the Senate floor before the July 4th recess, they will be back, as they say, and to try to get something done before the August recess. And they may be pulling some all-nighters to get this done, but there's no doubt that based on the reaction from Republicans in the Senate that the bill needs a rewrite, a refinement, and to meet the demands. And there's a lot of horse trading in politics, and that's what's happening now. Is that Republicans that are complaining are looking for either more cuts in some cases or far fewer cuts in other cases, but. One of the problems is that the Republicans, they don't like certain features of Obamacare, but they have not shown a total disdain for Obamacare as a whole. They kind of lump everything in there. They don't want individual mandates. They don't want these taxes, that type of thing. They want lower premiums, but at the same point in time, they're likely to restore most of the Medicaid funding that they've received a lot of heat for. Or who knows what, relating to gender issues as well. So it's kind of a mixed bag, and we'll have to wait and see what they do. But for diehard conservatives, this bill did not do enough to undo Obamacare, realizing that it is a big nut to crack. So we're going to go forward and see what happens and see if the Republicans can come up with something in between the July and August recesses. Also in the news, AT&T Time Warner merger. Time Warner is the parent of CNN, and there's a report that the quick retraction by CNN on the Anthony Scaramucci story really was not due to any taking a high moral ground or ethical concerns, but concerns that they were potentially going to have a $100 million lawsuit from Scaramucci hanging over their heads on this, and going through a merger process, waiting for Justice Department approval. This is the last thing they needed, was this major speed bump in the road. Jim Acosta from CNN is now badgering the White House. He did that with the other day, and he wants to have it his way. He wants to be on camera. He wants to be the star again. Kind of sick and tired of these second and third rate newspaper people actually getting a chance to have ask questions at the briefing, and this rankles a lot of the veterans in the briefing that they're not getting the special attention that they used to get while they're doing that. You can't provide this for everybody, right? Also in the news, what Chuck Todd said about this whole media dust-up. There's a lot of negative news hanging out there about CNN. Others have defended it, but Chuck Todd calls the whole Trump relationship with the media a war on truth. That might be the case if they were actually worried about telling the truth, but they're not. You can go to talk about healthcare. You're just going to get 5 different answers from 5 different people. There's no on-point messaging here going on, coordination of this, so that's a problem for them in the long run. Also, the Trump travel ban is going into effect, and it'll just be for 90 days, and it probably won't have a huge effect, except that it might affect, there's a chance that it affects Muslims that might be coming into school, to the country just to get schooling and education, but having just a high school diploma or something like that for that. So, lots of things to think about there. What exactly is the bona fide relationship between that would allow people to enter? So we'll have to kind of wait and see how that all shakes out. But the Supreme Court has agreed to hear Trump's travel ban in full. And in the meantime, the travel ban will basically have expired by the time the court meets again in July. A couple other things, I guess. Michael Moore donates $10,000 to Shakespeare in the Park, so he's going to be taking the weekend off, more or less, for July 4th. but urged people to resist nevertheless, for which I'm sure they will do. So Moore wants to be in the news. The quickest way to do that is to either send out an offending tweet or just to make a donation that's, as a result of that, to try to make your point. And that's what he's doing here, big time. And then finally, North Korea just issuing an edict that they think that South Korean president, former South Korean President Park should be shot, basically be killed, as well as one of her ministers that are apparently in North Korea at this time. But I'm not sure exactly what news we'll get out of that and what, if any, sound bites we will glean from all of that. But that's about it, I think. So have a great day, stay safe, stay cool, and see you tomorrow with another morning report.